Hello, I'm Karolyn Merriman, and I'm one of the talk show hosts at faithplace.org. I'm glad that you've tuned in here. And today I want to say something to church leaders, ministry leaders. Besides being a therapist for over 30 years, licensed in the state of Washington, I've been on the staff of 2 churches currently. I help a lot with the recovery program at a 3rd church, and I've seen a lot of things that make a church or a ministry conducive to people coming and admitting their sins and actually seeking God's healing and transformation, where people are more drawn to being taking responsibility for the way they've hurt others. And it's a tip for leaders to know that if in your presentation of sermons or lessons or your teaching or even just interacting in the congregation, if you have the very bad habit of allowing yourself to be mocking or ridiculing people who are in sin. For instance, talking about addicts, there's a pet peeve that somebody might have, addicts or adulterers or people who are divorced or people who struggle with believing certain truths. And I've seen that to be so universal, where a pastor or a youth leader or somebody will talk about someone with weak faith with sort of a sarcastic way. Well, I just don't believe God can do that. And what about the people out there that have weak faith and they really do feel scared to trust? They might have been broken in ways by other people, and that's a building process for them. They're not going to feel safe admitting that in a small group. They're not going to feel safe because they know they're the object of ridicule and scorn. You may not have even thought about that as affecting whether or not people with struggles can feel free to come forth and admit them and find the help and healing they need. But you could be unknowingly putting a stumbling block in somebody's way. Just a word to the wise. You can take my advice and see what happens about who comes forth and really wants the healing that you know is there for them in Christ.